What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the channel. Willie's not here currently. He's on a test drive trying to make a dollar. What I'm doing is getting started on one of our latest projects. As you can see right here, there's a big hole in the ground. We've had several people ask us like, hey, is that for changing oil or pulling transmissions? Well, the answer is no. What it is for, though, is something we've been saving up for a long time. I'm not gonna tell you what it is just yet, but what I'm going to do is start cleaning this hole out. And when Willie gets over here, I'll let him do all the talking because he can get you at that technical jargon, let you know, what we got and what we don't. Enjoy watching me clean and get ready to work.
What's up? Steven says he didn't tell y'all what we got yet.
Nope.
We've been waiting a long time to say this, but we're gonna fill it with grapes and mash it with our bare feet. We're making wine!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Holden Bros Winos!
That's pretty cool, right?
Ready? Maybe right now?
Okay, of course not. We're not making freaking wine, all right? We haven't made enough money yet, so we can flex like every other Texan does and build a vineyard. We're just a couple podunk po' boys just trying to, do some cool stuff. So, what's the pit for it? It's for a chassis dyno. Woo woo! Some of y'all act like you're still not that excited because maybe you don't know what a chassis dyno is. Maybe you're thinking like chassis and dyno, like that's a kind of dinosaur.
Kinda.
Well, it'd be kind of a big square one if it was. But you would be wrong. What it is a dynamometer, and that is what measures the amount of power that something makes, either at the flywheel if it's an engine dyno, or if you bought a chassis dyno like the one that we have right here. This allows you to strap a vehicle down, put it into gear, turbocharged or naturally aspirated, doesn't matter because we have what's called an eddy brake on it, make a pull and see what kind of power your car is making. A tremendous tool for guys like us who like to build stuff and like to see what the improvements or the going backwards that you just did by making an adjustment on a carburetor, on
timing or turbos.
Exactly. Doesn't matter.
Power curve.
You put a set of tires on something, you want to know how much power did that cost me. You can set up an AFR and tune a carbureted motorcycle, carbureted old truck, adjust the timing and see where that brought power. Did it move it in earlier? All those types of things, and have it in a safe environment where you can dial it in. You're not on the road, so if you have any type of failure, it's right here in a controlled environment. So without further ado, let me show you what this thing looks like. It is a little bit dusty because it's been sitting out here, but this is a brand spanking new unit. We just drove up to Fort Worth and picked this up. It is a DC 15000 and it has a Fresnel's retarder. Steven's chipping concrete out for the sump, which is the piece down here.
Yeah, y'all might have been wondering what I was vacuum cleaning out. Because we're not inside and this thing isn't fully covered, this is obviously the low spot, so if it rains, water runs in here. There'll be a sump pump that sits in there with a float switch. This fills up, float kicks on, or float goes up, kicks the pump on, out the pump, out the hole, out yonder.
So we're gonna hurry up and get to work so we can hurry up and get on the dyno. Let's go.
Set in there, and it's very, very, very close to exactly where it goes. Centered up our bolt hole here with our mark there. This is exactly 5 inches right here. It's the same on that end, so this is looking really good. So what we're fixing to do is set the cover on it down on top and see that everything fits just right. Once we see that, then we'll pick the cover back off, mark our marks down there where everything goes, pick the dyno back up out of the hole, set our sump pump down in our bucket down in there. Then we'll just have our hose that comes out and goes out the side if it ever rains in there. Set the dyno back down, pin it down, hook up some wires, and we won't be far from making some pulls. Here we go.
We pulled the air line through and connected it. We've got part of the connections done as far as communicating to and from the J-box, which communicates with the laptop. We're gonna finish hooking everything up and make a pull.
Come that way a little. Right chair. Get us some block.
We have our RPM signal, our tack pickup mounted up on the front here. Magnetic base, little eye. You can see the reflective tape. You have to cut and put a piece of reflective tape on the crank, measure RPM. So I've got this thing pointing at it. I have the basic stuff input.
Did you scale this graph to read 10,000 RPM and 2,000 horse? I don't want this thing to run off the graph and we don't know what what we made.
Yeah, we are dealing with a 2-barrel 392 International from 71, so
high RPM and high horsepower
Yeah.
is two things that come to mind.
That's what those are known for. This thing's gonna turn like 3,000 RPM, make like 90 horsepower. So
Nah, dude, she'll hit that triple digit.
if
Oh,
it
this
makes
is
over
fun.
100 horse and over 200 foot-pounds, I'm gonna be pretty surprised. We're strapped down. We should have a tack signal. We fire this bad boy up. Let me show y'all how baller this thing is, dude. Okay. This thing is freaking 12er.
This thing's on an $83 Amazon carburetor, right?
I might have paid 83 with shipping.
Have you touched it even? Like other than
I
bolting
just set
it on?
no, I set lean best idle. I turned it like
Okay.
an eighth of a turn and adjusted the idle.
All right, you need to be a salesman for these guys. 'Cause
It's a pretty
great
good
carburetor.
carb, yeah, out of the box. All right, here you go. I need you to see. We got one key turn.
You're on gear,
Here-
right?
Here we go. Oh yeah, let's make sure. Oh, damn, dude! I thought it was gonna be cool.
All right.
All right, it's running. So I'm not as cool as I wanted to be, but this thing does run pretty damn good for an old original motor that had stuck lifters and it was rattling terrible when I got it. It was at like a 27-degree static timing. I mean, listen to this thing, dude. Sounds cool. I don't think it hits on all four cylinders on that one side until you've been driving for about 15 minutes.
If it makes 90 horsepower, it sounds like it makes 125.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it sounds pretty cool. About 9 miles to the gallon. Let's see what a 392 International makes to the tire. We're gonna go into new run. Boom. We're doing a gear roll on. Yes, sir. Optical pickup. Yes, I'm measuring off the crankshaft. Thank you, and good night. Finish. All right. Now, from this screen, once this screen is up, I should be able to click one click, and this should be data sampling or recording and making a log, dude, and seeing if it makes any power.
Hey, here I am. All right, get her spooled on up.
Okay, so I'm gonna start this pull down low, around 1200 RPM. I wanna know what she makes down yonder. Okay, okay, and go.
Go.
Dude!
Triple digits?
Dude. Alright, so we made a pull and we got a graph. We make 131 horse, 240 foot-pounds. Okay, now that was in third gear, so we're gonna make a pull in fourth, which is direct, 1-to-1. Go ahead. Well, it's certainly not the most impressive thing, but it does show that a dyno is working and measuring power and torque, and this is about par for the course for an international motor. None of them are very impressive at all. And the cool thing is that now that we have stuff sampling and reading a tack signal, we got the drivers downloaded and everything rock and roll, all we got to do is pull over here with trucks that make power that we know that they make within a, 20-30 horsepower.
Percent, yeah.
And be able to get a benchmark off a couple of trucks that we know. For too long, we're gonna have to start dynoing everything. We got motorcycles, we got old trucks, we got carb to EFI swaps.
First thing that came to mind,
What?
the ranch tank.
We'll have to get a hold of Matt and get the ranch tank on here, and then the CUDA on here. Brutus would be a good one too. Lots of cool ideas. I'm ready to see what everything makes. We're really excited. I hope you guys are just as excited. Thanks for following along on this video. I know it's been a long time coming. Tell us what you want to see dynoed in the comments.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all guys stay tuned for more cool stuff coming soon. All right, Dan. Thank you.
Later.
Night night.